Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another beauty related video. Today we are doing the next Deck of Panning update. If you are not familiar with Deck of Panning, this is a project pan that is a game style project that uses a deck of cards and a list of prompts. Emily from Emily and Max is the one who created this amazing project, and there are several of us who have been doing this for quite a few years now. If you want to see her channel and all of the rules and details, it'll all be listed down below, as well as a playlist of all the other people participating in this project. So you can go and watch a whole bunch of videos on this. So to start out, I will update you on all of the projects that I have currently pulled in, tell you if I've hit the usage goal on them, and then we will shuffle the deck and we will pull up our prompts and we will see what we may or may not be pulling in. If you want to see how I'm doing on this and what progress I'm making in the products I'm bringing in, well then let's jump right into this update. Okay, so I'm going to start with the thing that it was in here from 2 updates ago, because there was something I did not get to roll out previously, so that had to stay in. And that is the Ofra Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Ruby. As of the last update, I had used it one time. And in this update, I get to let you know that I used it the other 4 that I was supposed to be using it, for a total of 5. And so this one is getting rolled out. I really am glad that this got pulled in, because it's not a shade I remember to use very often, but I do really enjoy it. And the formula is really good, and it's still holding up, even though this is a pretty old product. So that is the first rollout. Okay, the next thing that we have in here is from Iconic London. This is the Blaze Chaser face palette, and I specifically rolled in the bronzing shade over here. It's the matte bronzing shade, so not the shimmery one. And I wanted to use that one 5 times, and in this last month I did use that easily 5 times. I am glad I got to bring this in again and make sure that it's still holding up quality wise, because I'll probably be needing it a little bit for the rest of this year. I think I have some things that I'm going to be using it for. I tend to bring this with me when I'm traveling, or I'm going to be away from my normal collection, because it's just easier. Even though it doesn't have orange blushes, it's just easier to pack this sometimes instead of a whole bunch of individual things. So I did hit the goal on that, and that is also being rolled out. Next, I have a blush, and this is the Polite Society blush. This is their, I don't remember the full name of it. I don't think it has it on here, but it's a blush stick that goes on kind of like cream, and then it kind of goes down like a powder would. It's beautiful. This one is in a Milan, and I brought this one in for 5 uses as well. And I definitely got those 5 uses, and I definitely went over that 5 uses. So I do also get to roll this one out. I love this formula, and I brought this in this last month, and not because I was like not wanting to use it, but because I brought this in on the last update because it was a new shade in my collection, and sometimes with newer shades, I tend to not want to break that seal, so to speak. And so if I bring it into a project, then I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to use it constantly. So I did hit that goal as well. So that one also gets to get rolled out. This is going really well so far. Do you think I'm going to keep this up? I don't know. Next, I brought in from Curie this Armpit Detox Mask. This is a charcoal and clay mask. And I brought this in for only a use of 4 times, because it's one of those products that I knew I would only be able to use about once a week, at least to start out. And I used it the full 4 times, and I am enjoying it. I'm not entirely sure I'm seeing like a difference per se. I think I need to use it a little bit more, and I think I'm gonna up it to using it 2 times a week. So I can't really say that I'm seeing like a huge difference in using this product, but I'm enjoying using this product. So you'll just have to come back in a little while and see if I felt like this was worth the money or not. But that one does also get rolled out. Okay, next I brought in an eyeshadow palette. I brought in the e.l.f. palette from I Heart Revolution, and I said I wanted to use this 5 times. Now I could use 5 different shades, I could use the same shade 5 times, however I wanted to use it. It just needed to be 5 times. And because I need to use this for one of my other projects, I decided to go ahead and go down the row. So I used the top row, the top 5 shades, and so I did get my uses in this, and this does get to get rolled out. So far, the quality is nothing amazing, but the shades are really cute and seem to work well. So I've only used those top 5, so I still have quite a bit of this palette to go, but for this particular project, this gets to get rolled out as well. Okay, the last thing that I had brought in, because I am currently at 6 roll-ins for this project, the last thing I brought in was the Beauty Creations Corpse Bride Why So Blue Multi-Use Palette. And this was brought in no palette left behind style, meaning I needed to use no shade left behind, no something left behind, you get the point. But I needed to use every single thing in here at least 1 time in order for this to be rolled out. So this has 3 highlighter shades and then 9 eyeshadow shades. And I really, first off, I did use every single one of these. So this also gets to get rolled out, which is awesome. I'm still not sold on this palette though, guys. Like, I know several of you have told me that I need to keep giving this a chance because it's one of your favorites. But I'm just not seeing it. I've used this now quite a few times, and I'm gonna use it at least 2-3 more times because it is in another project and I need to give it a fair shot. But I'm not sold on this, guys. It's a beautiful palette and I really had high hopes for this, but I'm not loving the formula. So I don't know, maybe it'll change as I use it a little bit more, but so far, even though I'm loving the colors, the formula just is not hitting it for me. But this does get to get rolled out, which means I am rolling out all 6 items, which is a full rollout, which is almost unheard of for me here on this channel. And that is so super exciting. And that means that I get to shuffle this deck and roll in at least 3 different products. So I'm going to pull up on my phone this month's prompts. So the face cards stay the same throughout the whole year, but then the number cards prompts rotate and are all randomized every month. So I could get the same card as last month, but it has a different prompt. You just never know. So I'm gonna go over to Emily's Instagram, which is where she puts the link to that whole project. And I'm gonna pull it up so that I can look at it with you guys. I have the game board on my phone. Now for the deck of cards. Now my deck of cards has 1 joker in here, and then the other joker is taken out. And I'm going to give this a quick shuffle, and then I will shuffle a little bit on camera for you guys as well. All right. I have shuffled it a bit, but I'm going to keep shuffling it a little bit so you guys can see it on camera. And then we're gonna pick the 6 cards. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick 1 card at a time, and I'm going to look at what the prompt is. And that way I can know if I have to do anything extra, because there are some prompts that make you do special things like picking an extra card or discarding that card and picking another card, and there's just a couple different weird things. So I'm gonna do it that way where I pick 1 at a time, figure out what it is, and then move on. And then once we have picked all of the cards for this month, I will go and find products that will satisfy those prompts, and then I will come back and show you what those are. All right. I have shuffled it all. I'm going to pick from the top, and I'm going to try to keep the cards here so you can see I'm not like moving things around, okay? So our first one is going to be 7 of Hearts. The 7 of Hearts is going to be, let's see, a glowy product, okay? Okay. The second pull, oh, that is an Ace of Hearts. The Ace of Hearts is going to be a pick of 2. Pick up 2. So I need to put this down and I need to pick up 2, which means I am making this project, instead of 6 products now rolled in, 7, because the way I do it is I don't go back down to the 5. So now I'm at 7. So setting that aside, so pick number 3, or rather, yeah, so for this pick number 2, we have a 5 of Hearts. Wow, there's a lot of hearts so far. So the 5 of Hearts is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy, and I definitely am going to need that considering how many products I'm going to need in this. Okay, next, it's another face card. This is a King of Hearts. What the heck is going on? Why are they all hearts? Okay, so the King of Hearts is going to be no pan left behind again. Okay. Can I go back to the easy prompts? I really hope I don't get another heart, guys. Okay, next it's not a heart. It's an 8 of Diamonds. And the 8 of Diamonds is going to be color. I think that just means any colorful item, but I'll clarify with the rules before I pick my products. Let's see, how many are we at now? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Okay. Our 5th product, a 4 of Spades. 4 of Spades is going to be Out of Your Hands. I think that one is like I pick somebody to pick something for me. I'm gonna have to double check that. Okay, next, 5 of Diamonds. And that is gonna be Cool Tone. Interesting. Okay, what are we at? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more pull, guys. Why does this feel like so many products? Because it is. All right, hopefully the last pull, it's a 5 of Spades. The 5 of Spades is gonna be Glittery. Ooh, that's a fun one. Okay, so I have quite a few products that I need to go figure out, some rules I need to clarify. So I'm gonna go figure that all out, pull those products, and then I will show you what they are, and we'll talk about my usage goals for the next month. Okay, I am back with the 7 products for this project. This is getting a little crazy, guys. 7 was a lot, and there were some cards that I did not like, okay? We're gonna go through them. They're not gonna all be in order. Remember, we upped it to 7 because I pulled an Ace of Hearts this time. And for me, I'm not going back down to that initial 5 unless I get to like 10 or 11. Then I might. We'll see. But right now, it's now up permanently to 7. So, this is not going to be in order because I don't remember the order I pulled them in. Sorry if that bothers you. So we pulled a 5 of Hearts, and looking at my thing to verify, that was an easy peasy lemon squeezy. And for that, I am going to bring in these sample foundation packs. And all I want to do is use them all, see if any of the shades work for me, and see if I might like the formula on any of them. So clearly there's shades in these that will not work for me, so I won't be using them. But there's probably at least 2 or 3 in each of these that I can test out. So this is the NYX Bare With Me Blur Foundation, which is supposed to be a medium coverage blurred matte finish. And I think the top 3 I can definitely play around with and see if I like it or not. Then from Tula, it is the Radiant Skin Brightening Serum Skin Tint. It says it's available in 30 shades. I have 6 shades here, and honestly, I think only 1, maybe 2 of them I'd be able to play around with. So the one that I would be able to for sure play around with is number 5, Light Neutral. Then I might be able to do the 11, Light Medium Neutral. The others are going to be definitely too dark for me, but that's okay. I'm going to see what this formula feels like. Even if the shades don't work for me, we'll see if the formula does. And lastly, from Too Faced, it is the Born This Way Natural Finish Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. It's supposed to be hydrating, long wearing, photo friendly, and there's actually, I think it's these 3 bottom shades that I would probably be able to play around with. I think this one's going to get way too dark, and these clearly not going to do it for me. So hopefully I'll be able to see if one of these will work for me. I'm thinking vanilla might, but so far Too Faced foundations haven't been it for me, but we'll see. So that is my easy peasy lemon squeezy pull, is to try those 3 formulas out. Then I also have the 7 of Hearts, which was a glowy product. Now I am kind of out of my glowy setting spray. I don't really have any foundations that specifically say glowy. I don't in fact have anything that I could find that says glowy. So I decided to bring in something that was close, very, very close, and it is the word illuminating, because sometimes illuminating is used instead of glowing. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's close, and that's what I like about this project, is there's freedom to make it work with what you already have. So I'm bringing in from Tatcha the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and I've been trying to work through this product this year just because it is one I've had for quite a while and I need to get it used. So this is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but it's like right here. You might be able to see it actually. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, I didn't. No, I did. So I think my usage goal on this is going to be 20 uses, and that is kind of a higher usage goal, but I've been using it almost every day, even if I'm not wearing makeup or anything like that. So I don't think that's going to be too far-fetched to get. And I'm kind of hoping that 20 is enough to use this up. So my goal is going to be 20 or use it up, whichever hits first. We'll count for rolling this out next time. Okay, then we pulled the King of Hearts. We started with so many hearts. And this one is No Pan Left Behind, which I had in the last update as well. So I went ahead and grabbed a palette that I was so excited to buy and I've not used. I've showed it to you guys, so I have taken it out of this packaging and I've looked at it and been in love with it, but I need to use it. Okay, so this is the Galactic Visitor palette from Singe Beauty. Adorable packaging. Just everything about this packaging and the layout is just stunning. Like, so much thought went into this. And then this is the palette. So truly a beautiful, beautiful palette that I can do so much with. It's falling into that it's new, I don't want to mess it up category. So that's why I need to bring it in. And that's kind of my goal for this whole year, is just to bring in stuff that I'm not using because I'm afraid to start using. So I'm gonna bring this in, No Pan Left Behind style, which means I need to use every single item in this palette one time. Next was the 8 of Diamonds, which was a color. So I pulled up my Tiny Decisions app and I just went to the color wheel that they already have set. I didn't add any more colors, I didn't take away colors, so it just had 12 colors, and I just hit that and randomized that, and that brought me to the color yellow. And so for that, I'm going to bring in the Natasha Denona Jubilee palette, specifically the shade 169 DC, which is Lemoncello. And it is this yellow right here, which if you look at this yellow in the pan, you would think it would have a bit of a sparkly to it. And it's not a true matte yellow, but it doesn't have like a shimmer aspect. It's interesting. So I'm excited to play with that one again for a little bit. And I'm going to put this usage at 5. Okay, then I pulled in the 5 of spades, and that is glittery. And other than the glitter glue, I don't have anything that says glitter on it. I don't have actual true glitters. I really just have shimmery shades. And I really didn't want to bring in the glitter glue for this because it's something that I use quite often, so I don't need help using it. So I decided to go back into the Natasha Denona Jubilee palette and also bring in this shade over here, which is 170S Mint Frost. And it has a little bit more of a shimmery, a little bit more of a glittery look to it. And I know that it goes well with this yellow. So I figured if I brought that in as well, then I would have more chances of getting that yellow used. So that one I'm also going to bring in at 5. And yes, I know that's kind of a stretch, but it's just the way it is, okay? We're enjoying our stuff, okay? Okay, next I brought in the number 4 of spades, which was Out of Your Hands. And last month when I had this, I did a poll online, but I also filmed last month's a couple days ahead of time, so I had time. This time I'm kind of filming on the day, and I don't have time to wait for a poll. So I went to my child, and my child, I had them pick any category they wanted, and then I was going to open that drawer and they could pick anything from there, but I didn't let them look ahead of time. So they picked lip products, so I took them to that spot and they just picked, and they picked this one. This is from NYX Professional Makeup. This is the Butter Gloss Bling in the shade She's Got Money, and it is this beautiful pink shimmery glittery product, and I am excited for this. Actually, I'm gonna put it on right now. Let's just see what this looks like together. Didn't have much on that. Okay, let's try that again. That is a beautiful pinky sparkly shade. Definitely not something that I wear often, but I kept it because I was intrigued by it, and so I'm glad that it's getting pulled in. I'm also going to use this one for 5 uses. Okay, then I have one less card, and that card is the bane of my existence. It is the 5 of Diamonds, and this prompt was Cool Tone. And if you've been around here often or for a while, you might know this about me. I really struggle with determining if something is cool tone or warm tone. I've tried for years to figure it out, and I think at this point I just need somebody to come through my whole collection and mark everything as whether it's cool tone or warm tone, because I can't figure it out, guys. So I enlisted the help of my child because my children are pretty good with like color theory and stuff like that. For some reason, my eyes cannot pick it up. So after looking through some of my products and hemming and hawing, we came down to a couple products that the other thing was I didn't want to do another eyeshadow because I already had eyeshadows in here. And I didn't want to bring in too many different things. So really, I only gave the choice between blush and bronzer. So that made it even more difficult because I don't have like this huge collection. So after looking through a bunch of them, we settled on a blush also from Singe Beauty, which if anybody who knows Singe Beauty and has this product is watching and this feels completely wrong and not cool tone at all, oh well, it made it work for me. Okay, so it's from Singe Beauty Silk Blush in Risky Raisin. And this one is a reddish brown. Now, before you guys come at me and be like, no, that's 100% warm tone. So, according to my experts that I brought in to help me pick this, if we consider this a brown, this is a very warm tone brown. But if I consider this a red, it's actually more cool tone leaning. So I'm going to consider this a red because on my skin, it does actually show more red than brown. So I'm going to pull this in for my cool tone. Now, if that is a stretch or if you feel that that is completely wrong, I apologize. I did the best I could, okay? I outsourced some help and we still did the best we could. I am bringing this in for 5 uses as well. And that is the 7 different items that we brought in and the usage goals for that. If you are doing this project as well, will you leave me a comment down below just letting me know what of these products you saw me pull and were like reminded that you have and now you want to go use them? Or like, I don't know, what prompt do you just struggle with? For me, it is the warm tone and cool tone. Those I think are the only prompts I continue to struggle with. What prompts do you struggle with? And if you aren't doing this project and you're just watching for fun, which of the products that I pulled in today do you have in your collection? Or which of them maybe do you want to add to your collection? Let me know. Just simply say hi. If you have made it all the way to the end of this video, also feel free to leave your favorite emoji. That way I know that there are some Rockstar supporters out there watching me all the way through. I truly appreciate every one of you and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Bye-bye.